Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr. H's Hot Pot. You join me today on a bit of a windy international drive. I'm currently outside 7679 International Drive, which is the location for Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop here in this area of Orlando. There is another one in the Clearwater area, but I'm at the International Drive one. Now, since the passing of Hulk Hogan on the 24th of July, just gone, these shops, like I said, there's one in Clearwater, there's another one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. They become a bit of a mecca for wrestling fans to come and pay their respects by leaving flowers and little messages on the fronts of the shops. Now, there was another shop planned for Las Vegas in Nevada, but now that the man has passed, no doubt that one will not open, and it does make you wonder what will happen to these shops once all the legality is sorted out. But there have been a few people, obviously wrestling fans, coming here to get their hands on some of the Hulk's merchandise, whose real name is Terry Boley. Now, I am by no means, Hot Potters, a wrestling fan, but even a Luddite to the world of wrestling, such as myself, has heard of the name Hulk Hogan. He pretty much embodied wrestling, and he'd always managed to reinvent himself throughout the decades, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and he kept himself relevant. So what we're going to do, we're just going to whip the camera around and take a look at some of these messages that people have left here to the Hulk. And here we go now. The store is open, but we won't be going in. I don't want to be walking around with a camera. We'll just take a look at some of these tributes that people have left. And there we go. People have left flowers. And one or two messages. R.I.P. brother from Australia. And because he'd been in the business so long, he touched a lot of lives. And I believe he used to live in Clearwater, which isn't far from here, so he would make appearances at these shops. This is amazing. And it's sort of difficult for people of my age, because all the icons and the people that you used to see on the television, they're all starting to slowly pass away, which is quite sobering when you come to think about it. All these people, Hulkamaniacs. And I think that message sums it up best there. Thank you for my childhood. Right, Hot Potters, I think I'll whip the camera around and wrap this one up. It was just a quick one, really. So there we go, Hot Potters. Time waits for no man, really, does it? Whether you're a mere mortal or you're a celebrity, it's quite sobering, really. When the game is over, the Queen and the Pawn go back in the same box. But I just thought I'd document this because, whilst I'm not a wrestling fan, this is a little bit of International Drive history, because it does make you wonder, whoever inherits the Hulk's estate, whether they'll continue with these shops or whether or not they'll sell them off or whatever, who knows. I believe this used to be a 7-Eleven, which is like a grocery store. The nearest we have to it is Spar in the UK. So who knows whether or not these premises will end up being returned back to something like that, sometime in the future. But I'm going to wrap this one up. It's quite sad, really, when somebody passes away. I know there has been a bit of controversy with the Hulk. I think you could best describe it as he had old-fashioned views. Anyway, it's now starting to rain, as if the heavens are agreeing with what I have to say. So I'm going to make my way back to the old jalopy and meet up with Mrs H and little Toby James, and hopefully we'll get out of this rain. So, until the next time, from myself, Mr H, it is. Bye-bye for now.